Okay, there we go. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another live stream and to Down to Earth Astronomy. So, again today I've put it up as a viewer's choice, but from where the vote is right now, I'll just check it here in a bit just to be absolutely sure. It seems like we're gonna go and do more mining. I will just quickly run through the options, and I'm gonna post the link for the straw poll one last time. So as I go through the options, once I'm done going through them, we will see what comes up on top. We might do one or two of them depending on how close the votes are. But first thing that I thought we could do was to take, on the beta server, restore the mining Python to where it was before without the new mining tools. And then test out how that works in the, when you don't use the pulse wave scanner, you don't care about all that stuff, you don't care about all the new deposits, you just go and mine in a hotspot and see how that compares to the two other tests I've done with the Cutter and with the Python, both trying to use the new system, if you just straight up go for the old system with the new hotspots, because maybe that's the way to go. That's the first option. Second option is to take the mining Corvette. If you joined me on my live stream, I believe it was on Sunday, I said that I was planning to do a mining Corvette build, and we actually did kind of made a voice and video out of sync. Is everybody having sync issues? Let me know if anybody else has that, because I have no idea how to solve it. On my end, at least. Yeah, I'll say refresh the page. Anyway, but on Sunday we discussed we briefly discussed the mining Corvette and the idea about building a mining Corvette, and I actually said back then that I would probably do it during this live stream. No issues, no issues. Good, thank you guys. So I would recommend refresh the page, and hopefully it should be good then. Yeah, and after the stream ended, I took some of the modules off my mining Cutter, which I don't think I'm going to be using after the next patch anyway. So I stripped that thing down, and I bought myself a new Corvette, and I began to move modules over, and I saw what else I had. I had a lot of modules from previous builds lying around in my module storage, and I ended up with only having to engineer 4 modules. I had all the materials already, so I didn't have to go and do any material gathering. So I decided, so I have to visit 4 engineers. That's it. So I just took a quick trip around and visited those engineers to get those last 4 modules done. And then now the ship is finished. It took me about an hour and a half, I think, from when I decided to begin building it till it was done and fully engineered. So that was the second option. That is to take that thing out for a spin. I haven't undocked it, or have undocked it, but I haven't had it out in a belt and mined with it yet. So that is also an option. Then we have the last mining option, which is test out mining missions on the server. Basically, just pick up a mission, and I think we're going to be able to complete the missions faster now because we have these hotspots, so we can kind of focus on a specific material. So that could be interesting to go and do something like that. And test that out at some point. I could see mining missions being an important part of money making with mining, at least in the future. But that's an option. And then just because I wanted the option that was not mining, I put in that you could take. I could take the cucumber out. We could hunt some pirate, live or beta. That's really whatever. So I'm just gonna post the link one last time here. Maybe I should also post it on Twitch if there's anybody over there watching, so they have the option to view it as well. And I'm just going to give you guys a few more seconds to get your votes in if you haven't voted already, and then we'll see where it is and what we'll be doing. And while you're doing that, I'm just running back to the bubble. I forgot I moved my Anaconda outside of the bubble, so on the live server. So I'm moving that back in case we need to go and do anything on the live server. Okay, let's have a look at the results of the votes. Votes are in, and with that's actually pretty close. Testing the mining Corvette on the live server actually came up on top. with 9 votes. And with 8 votes, we have testing mining missions on the beta server. And then old mining system is now okay. So I think what we will do first is we'll probably do both then. Because they're so close, like 8 and 9 votes. So we'll probably start by giving the mining Corvette a test run. I can't test it with the new weapons because I built it on the live server and not on the beta server. I should of course have built on the beta server to start with. No, refresh the poll. I just refreshed. Okay, let's refresh it again. Oh, there we go. Test mining missions on the beta server. Ah, there we go. Okay, that got a huge spike. In that case, I'll be logging out of the main server now and jump over on the beta server. Yeah. There was some votes who were just a little late arriving on my end after I refreshed it. But yeah, we're definitely up to 11 votes now on testing mining missions. So let's do that. Let me just quickly boot up the beta here, Horizons beta. And let's see if we can't find... I actually believe that Shinrata Desra, that thing got a huge comeback. Testing the old mining system in hotspots were the leading one for quite a while. So good that I shared it here at the beginning. Now 12. Okay, people are still... You don't have to vote anymore. Now 13 votes are we on... You don't have to vote anymore. We'll do some mission testing here. And if we have time... We'll see what was number 2. That was testing the mining Corvette. If we have a little bit of extra time at the end, we'll go out and we'll test the... We'll test the mining Corvette and give that a spin. At the very least, I want to show you the ship, and we can see how it performs. Galactic Laws, please tell me you can make at least 10 million with mining on the beta. Not yet. Okay, let's get game sounds on. Let's get the thing to capture. There we go. Actually, we just mute that thing there. Beautiful. Okay. I'm actually in a Corvette. Is that my cucumber I'm in? Am I on the wrong server? What's going on here? Shipyard? What ship is this? I should see the firing groups. Oh yeah, okay, that's just a blank Corvette. I just bought a blank Corvette on the test server because I needed to see some in-game stats on it. I didn't want to go and look them up. What are we doing? We're doing... I think that I will take out the Lancelot today. Then it says, be interesting to see if we can make the same amount of money mining it the old way. That's possible, and it's very likely that that's going to be a something we'll test later on. I mean, just because that they weren't voted for those things today doesn't mean it's not going to be something I'll do in the future. I mean, there's plenty of more streams to come. Okay. Let me see. What should we do? We should... Let me just quickly get an overview here. We have an empty cargo hold. We have a fully repaired ship and everything. Let's start by adding in some... let's start by seeing if we can get some missions here. Otherwise, we'll have to go and hunt for those mining missions. Let me see. Yeah, test mining missions. Yes, good. Oh, we have something here. Unit of lithium hydroxide. So that would be... That's a lot of mining for 500,000. We want something more profitable. There's a little bit of gold here. That's still not very profitable. I have bad standing here in Shinrata Desra. That's probably not a good idea. Could we donate some money? See, we want those osmiums. Wow, that's a lot though. 160 tons of osmium for 2.8 million. Ooh, that's a lot. Probably really want those osmium missions. Oh, here we go. Here, take all my money. Please be my friend. There we go. And they don't offer mining missions. Yeah. Look at that, though. That's a lot. We should probably try not to... Did they nerf these missions? They seem to be... Okay, we have a lot of stuff for ice materials here. Right? Here we have a little bit of lithium hydroxide, and here we have more lithium hydroxide, and we have hydrogen peroxide as well. So I'm just gonna quickly test or check here. Oh, wow, all my dials are in the wrong position. Wait, has that always been there? Is that new? Okay, someone, please, is this a new nebula? The cold? Or have I just never noticed it? Yeah, limpets, thank you, Skorgrim. It's not new. Okay, I don't know. Never mind. I don't know why I've always missed that. Maybe it's because they just looked a lot more prominent than it used to, I don't know. Anyway. Let me see if I can find Delcar here. Where's Delcar? There it is. Let's set our destination there. Let's just have a quick look at the map. See if they have, because this is a pristine... That looks like an ice ring. Okay, what kind of rings do we have here? Metal rich. Those are the metallic ring that we always mine in. And here we have an icy ring. Perfect. So here we actually do have an icy ring here. Which is going to be perfect. We actually have multiple icy rings. We have that one too. And those are orbiting each other. That means we have 2 rings out here that we can probably prospect. And see if we can get hotspots for the materials we're looking for. So, what I'll be interested in, let's take some of these pretty basic ice mining missions and see what we can get. So I think we're going to go for some lithium hydroxide here. Gonna accept that. And that one as well. Do I have that much cargo? Yes, I do. That's okay. I can take that, and I can take that thing there. Because we were testing ice mission, and problem is, ideally what we wanted to was to go for something like that osmium mission there. Could be pretty good. But as you can clearly see, we don't really have the reputation to do that right now. So even though this could be a good mission to go for and then look for an osmium hotspot, we'll have to do a little bit of ice mining first, and just to get a general idea of what... I mean, if we can find... We could also do that. If we can find a low temperature diamond hotspot, that could also be fun to go for. Oh, and as Gorgrim says, limpets. Yeah, people are shouting in chat. Limpets, limpets, limpets. Restock. I don't know how many limpets I'll need. I'll just buy all of them. Like 150 or something. That should be more than enough. Okay. Let's head out. And we have all the modules, all the new stuff as well, so we can crack open asteroids and everything. I mean, low temperature diamonds are really profitable.
Detachment picking exit.
Oops, a little bit too early there. Yeah, and there's also another thing that I want to try that I actually haven't tried yet. And that is, apparently if you go into the ice rings, the fog in there is so cold that your ship just freezes over. Yeah, don't forget to make sure you have a refinery. Scorpion says that was close. No, had it completely under control. So basically, if we can make just approximately the same in 2 hours that we could, I mean, see where's our transactions here? They're here. So, oh, what is this actually? Wing. So these are wing missions. Okay, fair enough. How does one acquire them low temperature diamonds anyway? Well, the fastest way to get them is to pirate them off NPC miners, but you could also mine them yourself. Okay, Delcar, I was about to say Delcar 7, but we're going to Delcar 8 and 9. They're right next to each other, I believe. Should be. Nope. Wrong planet. 9 and 10. Yeah, that's more like it. And we're flying the wrong way. Whoop. I got it. Ah, people like me. Wonderful. Oh, you have no friends online. Maybe they fixed that squadron thing that was broken. Oh, pending applications. Oops. Okay. There we go. Okay, just click enough times and stuff is working. I wanted to try here if the new messaging system works. Write a post. This is a test post. Say, whoops, and now with caps lock on. Say hello to the live stream. Select category. Internal statement. And they don't show up anywhere. Wonderful. Yes, next beta update is tomorrow. Spectacular asks, so how profitable is mining missions? They can be, but they're definitely going to be more profitable now that we have these hotspots, so we can kind of focus on the materials we actually need. And yes, next beta is tomorrow with the new ships. I will try to get a stream going, but can't promise anything. Tomorrow is going to be a little interesting, streaming-wise at least. You know what, we should probably go into analyze mode, and we should probably get our surface thingy magic. Because I do not believe that's this planet here. Wait. Oh, that was the asteroid cluster back home, back at the star. Still out of range. Oh, there's a mega ship here. We're just gonna dive into the gravity well. Wait for us to slow down here. There we go. I think the gravity well got us now. Shoot that into the ring. Scan the ring.
Surface scan complete.
What? Rings don't have hotspots? Or what's going on here? No, wait, there's something over there. Liquid oxygen hotspot. Oh, there we have a lithium hydroxide hotspot. That thing was... yeah, that's the main one we need. Then we need hydrogen peroxide. We just need a little bit of that. So that's a perfect hotspot for us. So they're going with a Wednesday beta roller. Yeah, they did Wednesday for this last iteration. The first one was Tuesday. This one is Wednesday. So, well... oh, wonderful. We're starting in the dark side of the planet here. Okay. You know what I probably should do, even though this hurts? Where's my refinery? That's my refinery. I'll need to empty all my hoppers because they're filled with all kinds of stuff that we don't need right now. There we go. Hoppers are empty. I agree. Whoever came up with this hotspot idea, as Galactic Lord said, needs to... I mean... somebody needs to give that man a raise. That was a brilliant idea. See, once again, we don't get those with the hotspots here. We don't get that safe for dropout, so we have to manually fly there all the way. But we can, by carefully controlling our speed, we can get pretty damn close. Okay, so we already got our first customer here. Let's see what we got. Not that they're gonna... I mean, if it is a pirate, they're not gonna do anything. I just like to know what we're dealing with here. Viper. Yeah, he's definitely not... he's definitely up to no good. Yeah, he's wounded. He can be wounded all he wants. Not... actually, let's just let him scan us here. Come, slow down. Give him a chance to scan us so he leaves us alone.
Scan detected.
Next time you should fill your hull with gold. Well, you're in the wrong place, dude. Hey, wait, look at that. Looks like I'm done here. This cluster is a bust. There's a miner here. Okay, let's business as usual. We can't see a thing, but we're gonna use our pulse wave scanner here to get an idea about where we're going. And again, I'm not gonna be so picky with what asteroids I'm prospecting, because I think it's more efficient just to go with whatever. Did he just go right through the rock? Well, great. Let's try that again. There we go. So we have some lithium hydroxide here already. So I guess it's time to... let's go up on the top here so we get to the axis of rotation. I should put pips to weapons and to systems. Open up my cargo hold. Maybe have some external lights on. There we go. And we're gonna mine at this small peak here. And get our collectors out.
Programming limpet drone. Programming limpet drone.
And all limpets are out. Okay. So, I've been thinking a lot about the new mining system and trying to see if I could figure out what was going on with it. And here's what my thoughts on it so far, with the testing that I've done over the last last week, I guess. As you can see here when I'm mining, the fragments are spawning fairly rapidly. But the time, if there was, let's say, just a surface deposit, which is the easiest one to get to on a rock like this, just the aligning up and shooting that rock out is gonna take me the same time as I could have mined. I don't know, let's say I could probably mine like between 5 or 10 fragments at that time. And that means that for those to be time efficient, the surface fragments, I need to be able to get a lot more than we're doing right now in terms of percentages.
Asteroid depleted.
Okay, asteroid's depleted, so we're gonna turn us back towards the planet, and we're gonna quick pulse here so we can see what's nearby. Since there's something there,
Programming limpet drone.
prospect that rock. And then I think I noticed there was one over here that looks like it was pretty interesting, like that one there.
Programming limpet drone.
Let's fire that.
Prospector limpet failed. Prospector limpet engaged.
Oh, forgot to see what that rock has. Liquid oxygen. Oh, it has both of the materials that we need. Hydrogen peroxide and lithium hydroxide. So that's perfect. It seems to be pretty common. I'm not really that... I don't ice mine that much.
Prospector limpet engaged.
Oh. What did that get? Nah, nothing that we want. So we're gonna mine this one. Did the mining lances get buffed? No. But the way I see the new mining system here is... I don't see that as a replacement. I see it as a addition to the old system. So I don't think we're gonna be... Oh, this is a bad position I'm mining in. I don't think we're gonna be seeing the new system completely take over from the old one. I think what we're gonna see is... Oh, nice flat surface here. It's lovely. I think what we're gonna see is that people are gonna bring those new weapons as an additional... Hold on. I just need to get rid of someone here. And the miners get a buff. Okay, anyway. Where did that... Oh, did I drift a lot? Did this thing just rotate a bit? Yeah, that's true. That might be a way to go, that you can shoot the old mining lasers while you're lining up for a shot. That could be a way to do it. The problem is you're gonna have the fragments scattered all over the place. So it's gonna take you longer to collect. So there is a bit of an interesting issue with that. You might lose some limpets because a rock like this that has a lot of... it's not very round. That's what I'm trying to say. How's my Anaconda mining build coming on? I scrapped the Anaconda completely.
Asteroid depleted.
And we have Commander over on Twitch saying, as you agree with about the new system being an addition, but do you think the new features are not often enough? I don't think as it is right now in the beta, I don't think they are paying enough to verify it. I would actually consider just keeping the old system and then using the hotspots for additional profit. Because if you go to a paint-out hotspot, like the one in Delcar 7, you can make a lot of money because you can get a lot of paint-out really quickly. So I would have probably considered that to be the buff that I would be using, rather than these, simply just skipping the new weapons and then having a little bit of extra defense. Okay, we're done with that rock. Let's move on. Okay, there are some rocks here. There's one really close here. There's also one lighting up really brightly over there. Let's try to have a look at that afterwards. A few here lighting up.
Prospector limpet failed.
But let me just see how we're doing on inventory here.
Prospector limpet engaged.
2 ton, 1 ton. This is going to take a while at this rate. 3.9 mid, so that's too little. It's too low. Let's see what we get here. Okay, there's definitely something there.
Programming limpet drone.
Let's try that one. No night vision, no, but I used the pulse wave scanner instead. That's good enough. Let's see what we get here.
Prospector limpet engaged.
Okay. 90% lithium hydroxide. Yeah, I'll take it. Should we do the surface deposits? What are those? Contacts. That's liquid oxygen. We don't need liquid oxygen. See, this one is a pain to mine. We'll have to be very careful here. You know, I think I'm going to try something here. This might be difficult, but I'm going to try to follow this peak around. I know this is going to scatter the asteroids, but by mining on this peak out here, I ensure that the fragments don't get too close to the rock itself, reducing the chance of the limpets killing themselves. Yeah, the deep space mining, I haven't paid any attention to the deep space mining yet. So far, I've just been trying to get a grasp of the whole system and how that's gonna be working. Limpet expired. This rock is a pain. Is night vision only for planets? No, night vision works just fine out here too. But right now we don't need it because we have the normal ship lights. What? I didn't want to do that. Fire off some more limpets here. Night vision works just fine, but whenever I need to use to see what's going on around me, I'll just use the pulse wave scanner. So we don't really need night vision right now.
Programming limpet drone.
Best credit making method at the moment on the live server is still passenger missions in Rubigo. What's gonna happen when this when the 3.3 patch goes live? We'll have to wait and see. I have a few things I'm looking into, and I'll definitely be testing those once everything is live. But I don't want to test it doing a beta because of hot numbers. So I could have tested a lot of things, but I have to redo all my tests anyway once the beta period was over. Now let's find something that's fairly close. Prospect that. Let's take that one there.
Programming limpet drone. Prospector limpet failed. Incoming mission critical message.
Okay, let me guess. I'm gonna get a go do combat. Okay, it's a delivery mission. Oh, I have the hotspot. I should not have the hotspot. I should have the planet targeted. There we go. It's a lot better. That's also a good rock. Hydrogen peroxide and lithium hydroxide again.
Collector limpet expired. Programming limpet drone. Collector limpet expired.
Okay, this sounds like either they're destroying themselves on the rock, or they are actually running out of time now. Do mining pitches pay more than... Yes, mining... The payout you gain from the materials are higher than they otherwise would be. But that lithium hydroxide is going to take a while. I think I underestimated how much time it's going to be to complete that mission. I mean, it's 500,000 for 80 tons. It's a wing mission, that might be why. I thought that would be pretty easy to get, but that's going to take a while though. Okay, let's move over to the next rock. Let's continue.
Collector limpet expired. Programming limpet drone. Programming limpet
Look at that thing. This is why I don't like ice mining. At least this one's not rotating that quickly.
Collector limpet expired. Programming limpet drone.
What worries me a little bit right now is the fact that we are spending our limpets faster than we are collecting material. Do I use the HOTAS? Yes, I do. No, the hazmat sites which are missing on the beta server, that is a bug, and they will be there. They will still be there on the live server. The missing hazmat is a bug. That's just, I don't know why that's not spawning, but trust me, that's not a intended feature.
Asteroid depleted.
Asteroid depleted. Wonderful. Let's get back to the pulse wave scanner.
Programming limpet drone. Prospector limpet failed.
Okay, people asking if more mining lasers, would more mining lasers speed things up? I mean, you would get the fragments faster, but you can. It's always a balancing act, because if you have more mining lasers, you also need more limpets, right? Because if your limpets can't keep up, that was actually a problem I had on my mining cutter for a while, where I had too many mining lasers, meaning I could strip the rock down in seconds. Took no time at all. But they would then just be. I would just be sitting there waiting.
Prospector limpet engaged.
Okay, limpet missed.
Programming limpet drone.
Bromellite water, don't need that.
Prospector limpet engaged.
Okay, a small amount of lithium hydroxide. And water deposits. I think we're gonna move on, find something better.
Prospector limpet failed.
Oh, where is it? There it is.
Prospector limpet engaged.
Little bit of lithium hydroxide again.
Programming limpet
But there's a lot of other stuff as well. There's no special deposits.
failed.
So let's keep looking for better rock.
Programming limpet drone. Prospector limpet engaged.
Oh, there we go. 18% lithium hydroxide. That's pretty good. Cargo cap on this Python build is
Engaged.
192. 5% lithium hydroxide. That's a little bit too low. But we have one back here. Oh. And it actually has the deposits. And there's lithium hydroxide deposits. Okay, so look at this. This is one of the points I'm trying to make here. This one has 18% lithium hydroxide, 18.29. So that means that on average, when we shoot out of fragments, it will give us 18% of a ton of 1 unit of hydroxide. So if I target this and I get my my scanner here, I get this thingy here, and I come on, shoot out that fragment. That gave me 26%. And here we have a... Is that a subsurface? It is a subsurface deposit. Okay, so that's done. See, these one are a lot more. Those are 43%, but I still feel like that they are not enough compared to how much extra time I'm using getting those. I mean, I am getting the hang of it now, getting better at it, but still. Oh. Trying to maneuver and control the drill at the same time. That didn't go well. What? Oh, it's dead already. Okay, fair enough. So I guess all that's left now is just to mine the hell out of this roid. Where are we at lithium hydroxide wise? Okay, 12 units. We're getting there. We only need like, what, 100? How many did we actually need? Okay. Great. We need 150 units. So we're about 10% there. But again, now you could see how much time I spent on getting something that would give me like 20 or 40%. But you can see every time it ticks down. So I get a fragment now. I get a new fragment now. I get a new fragment now. And I get a new fragment. You can see how quickly that ticks up. And I still think this, I mean, fragments, like percentage per minute is still faster when you just do this basic mining with 2 lasers than it would be trying to get the fragments out. With the other, with the from subsurface or surface deposits.
Programming limpet drone. Prospector limpet failed. Collector limpet expired. Prospector limpet engaged.
10% lithium hydroxide. We have it's so easy to find this that
Prospector limpet
I want a lot more if I am to stop and mine it.
Programming limpet drone. Collector limpet expired. Prospector limpet failed. Prospector limpet engaged.
Oh, like that. 16% lithium hydroxide.
Prospector
And
limpet
12, and we also have,
collector
so those
limpet
two
expired.
are pretty good. Pretty good rocks, both of them. So I'm gonna mine those.
Programming limpet drone. Programming limpet drone.
And there we go. I agree. I think the new deposits needs to be, I mean, with how rare they are, I mean that you get a good material in a deposit, it needs to be paying a lot more. There needs to be a lot more material come out of it. I mean, if I find a pure painite crystal or a pure diamond sitting on the top of an asteroid, even though it's just a surface deposit, that should be a lot of money right there. And if I find an asteroid where the whole core is built of diamond and I'm trying to crack it open to get access to that in the middle, that should pretty much just make my day. And I should have like enough money to buy my ship over twice or something like that. I mean, it should be rare, but if you get it, I don't mind there being some RNG in mining where sometimes you would be really lucky and just hit the mother node, and other days it would be a little slow and you wouldn't get anything good. Wait, do I have the wrong limpet target? I do. Yeah, another thing I've been thinking is do you guys remember back in May, Frontier did a what they called a bonus weekend, where all trading profit was increased, so you gained more profit when trading, and the cost of engineering modules was also reduced just for one weekend, and they didn't really do that again. I would really have hoped. I mean, everybody liked it. It seems to be such a great event. I don't get why they don't do that a lot more often. I mean, they could also do that with mining if they wanted to. So they could say, oh, this this huge hotspot has been spotted somewhere in this system, in this ring, and miners are flocking to it, and then post that on Galnet, and all miners would flock out there to try and get a bite of it, and then they would spawn a special hotspot that would contain like an absurd amount of painite or an absurd amount of diamonds, and then once that weekend was over, everybody would the hotspot would disappear again, because now it was stripped clean of all the miners who were there. Oh, it's depleted. Exactly, I'm saying this was fun. It was fun. It was a really, really good idea, and I don't get why Frontier don't do it a lot more often. Because especially the engineering part, it's a great way to get people back in the game who might have left me. So let's say you wanted to go and have a specific build, but it's just too much. If you want to do let's say a Thargoid build, but you don't want to spend the time to collect 80 units of core dynamic composites for all your armor. So people just say, no, it's too much work. I'm gonna go and play something else, and people stop. But if you suddenly say, hey, or you could come back this weekend where you can do your whole build for, well, a fraction of the price as you did before. I should target the limpet. Where's the limpet? There it is. that could suddenly get people back into the game. And now when they suddenly have the ship they want, well, there's a good chance they want to kit it out with a nice paint job or ship kit, and then go and have fun with it. I can't, I mean, it's basically free frontier to do. It's, yeah, I don't get it. Yeah, the community goals are a little bit, I don't know. I never really found the community goals that interesting. Because it's one of those, I mean, okay, the point is the community goals are great for people who want to invest a huge amount of time in it and can get up to one of the higher brackets. They can get a decent amount of pay out of it. But for the casual player who maybe just have like a few hours here and there, they don't really feel like they're gaining a lot, because they might gain an extra 100,000 or 200,000 from that community goal, and it's not really worth the time flying over there for a few 100,000 credits. So, but if you did a gold rush or a bonus weekend that they've done before, what you would get instead was that people would get a proportional increase in their payout. So if they were used to making, let's say, 10 or 20 million per night, they would feel the same increase percentage-wise as anybody else would, because it doesn't matter if they make that little bit extra from community goals. Anyway, I hope you get my point. Let's try to prospect that thing there.
Prospector limpet engaged.
Oh, look at that. Lots of lithium hydroxide there. And I think it has... There we go. Monocrystals. But that's not what we're looking for. It does, though. The deposit on the rock is... There we go. The deposits on this rock is not that good. It's not really what we're looking for. But the materials in it, the 17% lithium hydroxide is pretty good. I think a lot of players do exactly as those posted in chat. They don't really play a lot right now. They're waiting for the beta to come out. I mean, I haven't been on the... Last time I was in the live server was just to go over and build that Corvette. Otherwise, I haven't really been over there in the last... yeah, well, since the beta started, I've pretty much exclusively been here. I might have been over a little bit for a few things, but mainly it's been the beta server. There's no board flipping implemented. It should. I'm not sure if it's in the beta. I actually haven't tested that, but it should at least come in the live server once that comes out. Where are we at in terms of materials? 25. Okay, getting there.
Asteroid depleted.
Asteroid depleted. Let's find our next target.
Program Programming limpet
Oh.
drone.
Okay, it's gotta be that one then.
Prospector limpet failed. Programming limpet drone. Prospector limpet failed. Prospector limpet engaged.
Even more lithium hydroxide. Nice. It's really easy to find here. Oh, we're done here.
Prospector limpet engaged.
Oh, let's see what that other prospector got. Lots of liquid oxygen. We don't need liquid oxygen. Is that about right? Oh, I can probably move a little bit closer to reduce runtime on limpets here. Speed things up a bit. But I can already tell you now that this is not gonna be... this is not gonna be more profitable than even the other ones. This is gonna be even worse. I think we're gonna be lucky to make 1 million in 2 hours doing this. I think I'm gonna keep going until I have at least for this mission here, so I can hand that in. Can I hand that in for rep? No, but I can hand it in for cracked industrial. Probably hand it in for cash, and also for the hydrogen peroxide as well, which we'll still need quite a bit of.
Asteroid depleted. Collector limpet expired. Programming limpet drone.
Let's try that one there. Looks pretty promising. If it has anything good.
Failed. Prospector limpet engaged.
Did all my collectors die?
Programming limpet drone. Programming limpet drone.
Okay, where were we? Scanning rocks here. Okay, there's one right here.
Programming
Gonna prospect that.
Prospector limpet failed.
Prospect that one there.
Prospector limpet failed. Prospector limpet engaged.
12% hydrogen peroxide.
Prospector limpet engaged.
Lithium hydroxide, 25%. Yeps, we'll have that.
expired. Programming limpet drone.
Razor Pony Unleashed. Thanks a lot for the follow on Twitch. Okay, a lot of people. I mean, you really need to remember that. I mean, even though this might not be very profitable, right now, remember, guys, this is a beta test. They do these beta tests not as much to test, like if things crash. I mean, I think they have that were crashes, but after, if it's not like when everybody's trying to download it, it's actually pretty stable, and there's not that many bugs. There's a few here and there, but it's really not that bad. I think the main reason they're doing these beta tests is balancing. They're trying to figure out how to balance this stuff like this out, how to balance the new exploration system, and that means that the spawn rates of the different materials and all that kind of stuff, something that's very easy for them to do. There's a good chance they're going to balance that. And they might even balance it tomorrow if we're lucky. That if they realized already that it needs balancing, there's a chance they're going to try to give it a balancing pass. And see what happens. I don't know. We'll see tomorrow.
Asteroid depleted. Programming limpet drone. Prospector limpet failed. Prospector limpet engaged.
Wait, where did that limpet go? There it is. Oh, even more lithium hydroxide. Nice. Let me get that as well. Do they ever contact me regarding my testing? No. They have never contacted me regarding any of the testing, but I mean, I know the Frontier, even though they're not saying it, that they might not even want to admit it, but I know that they are watching at least some, I'm not sure they're watching my live streams, but at least watching some of the content creators' live streams. So there's a chance, if I'm lucky and they're really interested in it, that they are going to at least watch some of this, or at least listen to some of the points that I made. I try to make it pretty vocal, both in places like Hello Dave and all that stuff. And I'm considering when we get closer to the end of the beta to make like a, this is my feeling with mining from the beta. Where I feel it is, because if they're going to do a balancing pass on it during the beta, I want to wait until the beta period is over and then say, okay, this is my point of view on the beta, on the mining system after the beta is end. And hopefully Frontier will watch that, and they will, if there's, I'm pretty sure I could find a few spots here and there that needs to be tweaked. But yeah. I think I've spent, how many hours I've been mining? I've been mining close to 10 hours now with this new system. Most of it has been streamed. Not all of it. And I think I'm beginning to get a pretty good feeling for it now. And I don't know. I think it just baffles me how many hours I can already. I'm just counting it up, seeing how many hours I've actually spent in build in a beta server, and that's something that's gonna. Oh, it's done. Ha! Just sitting here mining. And all this is gonna be erased, and not all of this is just gonna be deleted once the beta period is over. Let's try that one there. We're not really. Yeah, it's a Python, but we're not really testing the ship as much as we're testing the missions right now. We might do a little ship test later on. Oh, lots of hydrogen. That's nice. We're getting up to almost 50 tons of it now. And it's not really that valuable, but oh well. Okay.
Prospector limpet engaged.
Hydrogen, 1% hydrogen peroxide. Don't want to go with that, but I do want to prospect that thing right there.
Limpet drone. Prospector limpet failed.
Do you keep the cash and materials? Oh, nope, you don't. Everything you do at the beta server gets deleted. Okay, here we go. Another 20%. I'll take 20%. Lithium hydroxide. No, it's actually pretty good, I think, that they don't carry over. That stuff like this don't carry over, because that means that I can go out on the beta and I can say, okay, I'm just going to do a completely silly build, and I'm going to spend a billion credits on doing something that I would probably research a lot more before I did it on the live server, because a billion credits is a lot of money to spend. It allows you to do some testing that you probably wouldn't do either. You don't really care if you spend. If I was out and I've been spending like a few hours exploring, and then suddenly I figured out, oh, I need to go home, I can just self-destruct and go home. I don't care about the data, I don't care about all that stuff. Just go home and respawn at a station somewhere. Exactly. The piece is like Vegas. What happens there stays there.
Asteroid depleted.
Asteroid depleted. Oh.
Limpet drone.
Oh, let's find a rock real quick. That one.
Prospector limpet failed.
Oh. Oh.
Prospector limpet.
Okay, so I think that one's the main one. The other one, it's just reflecting off it. Oh, 60% lithium, but that's actually okay. But I want to see what's in that one.
Prospector limpet failed.
Galaxy Goal says, so far, you made 270,912 credit as per galactic average in an hour.
Prospector limpet engaged.
What do we get down here? Bromelain, water, and 2% lithium hydroxide. Nope. I gotta go for something a little bit more than 16% now. I think I'm gonna get a little picky now with my rocks.
Limpet drone. Prospector limpet failed.
Prospector input failed. Ooh. Nope. Have we prospected that one? I don't think we have.
Limpet drone.
Gonna try that.
Prospector limpet engaged. Prospector limpet failed.
19% lithium hydroxide. That's pretty good. And
Prospector limpet engaged.
liquid oxygen. And no. Gotta take this one. How is this rotating? Okay, we have the center of axis of rotation over here. The mining laser is out. The laser is firing. That is true. People asking about the persistent belts, that even in solo mode you still get Asteroid cracked by other players. It basically just means that it forces miners to spread out. So you can't just go and say, okay, everybody just go to the Painted hotspot in Delcar 7, because most of the Asteroid there is gonna be cracked open already. Now, that being said, I've had no issues finding lots of normal asteroids with tons of materials in them, so that's not going to be an issue. Oh, all my collectors are expiring. There we go. Limpet's out. Wouldn't the scale just negate other players? It would. I mean, okay, so the prop... There's Limpet dying there. Oh, he made it. Good little Limpet. The problem is that everybody drops it on the exact same location where they find the center of the hotspot, and then they kind of mine from there. And that means everybody starts in the same spot. So what you should probably do if you wanted to get more roids to crack open was to start at a spot and then move like 100 kilometers in one direction. Most miners will go from where they spawn and towards the planet. And you will see me do the same here. I always move towards the planet when I find new rocks to avoid going in circles. So if you move like sideways for 100 kilometers or something, you should be getting out to areas where they might not have been that heavily mined. Alternatively, you would have to go and find yourself your own hotspot somewhere. That's maybe not that many miners in. Oh, asteroid depleted. Let's move in nice and close here.
Collector limpet expired. Programming limpet drone. Prospector limpet failed. Prospector limpet engaged.
Oh, we already scanned that. Okay. Okay, there's some over here that's fairly close.
Programming limpet drone. Prospector limpet failed. Programming limpet drone. Prospector limpet failed. Prospector limpet engaged.
Ooh, 23%. That is nice. Where are we at, lithium hydroxide wise?
Prospector limpet engaged.
Okay. What do we get over there? Not that much. Okay, we're done here. Can begin mining the next rock.
Programming limpet drone. Incoming mission critical message.
What do you guys want to make me do now? Collect salvos, delivery contract. I'm mining. I don't have time for your silly contracts. Oh, okay, interesting question. What's my current favorite ship? That depends what I'm doing. If it's PvE, I think I prefer the Corvette, but the ship that kind of like always will have a special place is the Diamondback Explorer. I really like that ship. It's a really good ship, and the only reason I'm not flying it is because it doesn't have a fighter hangar. And I need a fighter hangar because I use it as a camera drone when I'm recording videos. So I need a ship with a long jump range that can hold the fighter hangar, that I can move around when I do videos, which is why I fly an Anaconda. Not because I think that Anaconda is a great ship. I mean, it's one of the best ships in the game, probably. But I just really like the Diamondback Explorer. I think it's a great little ship. Looking forward to the next fight with Yamix. Yeah, that will be fun. We haven't really found a lot of stuff to crack open. I don't know if we should try and go and find something we can shoot up. Just for the fun of it. $60 tons. Do we have enough for the first mission? Almost done with this mission. Which will yield us 500,000. Woo! Okay, I think it's safe to say that... I mean, I've been mining for an hour and a half now, and I'm almost done with 1 million that will pay me 500,000. With a mission that will pay me 500,000. Maybe if we get access to the higher paying missions like osmium, but still that was over 100 tons of osmium. That's gonna take a while. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna find something to crack open. Then we're gonna go back. We're gonna, I don't know, maybe ditch the missions because we don't really care. It's the beta server anyway. Maybe just hand in one mission just so we've done it. But I think let's go and crack up an asteroid and see if we can't. We can't find something good here. Let's just collect the last materials here, just so we at least get the lithium hydroxide we need for that one mission. 69, we need like 6 more tons, so maybe we have to mine one more rock. Hopefully we can find something we can crack open that has lithium hydroxide in it. Okay, time to go. So here's the trick that I learned last time. So you can see here, this rock right in front of me is lighter on the left-hand side than on the right-hand side. So my guess is, you can see there's something in this area here glowing. They're sending off light, and it's probably that one down there, to be honest. You can see as they're moving in, they kind of begin to fade, those up there. But this one stays nice and shiny. So that is the one. Oh, we're beginning to get some sunlight in here now. We can actually get a proper look at the rocks. I can see some surface deposits on it here, just with the naked eye. But this one's not gonna crack open. Has some bromelite in it. Oh, lithium hydroxide. Wasn't that what we needed for the other mission? No, there was peroxide, not hydroxide. Oh yeah, lithium hydroxide. That is exactly what we need. For that. But all the deposits are bromelite. Okay, how many tons did we need? 6 tons. Okay, you know what? Let's mine this one. Just so we get that last, so we can finish that one mission at least. And then we're gonna stream, go and find something to crack open. And then we're gonna go over and we're gonna try out the mining Corvette. Just for fun. That's gonna be on the live server, so there will be no exploding rocks. It'll just be pure mining. It's mainly gonna be a maneuvering test and just to see how it performs as a mining ship. Yeah, limpets could really use a little bit of brain power. I mean, I'm pretty sure my phone would have more, like, computing power than the limpets have. It seems like they're just flying in a straight line to whatever they want to get, and then they go back and deliver it, and then they fly in a straight line to whatever they want to get. They don't care if there's a rock in the way. They will just crash into the rock. I was still looking at the sunlight going, beginning to light up the rocks. Looks pretty good. A shame this is in the dark. I would really like to see this belt in full daylight. And I don't think we're gonna get that much light in here.
Asteroid depleted.
Okay, asteroid depleted. Move over to our cluster of fragments. Get our pulse wave scanner and see if we can't find something here that's good to crack open. So you can see there's something over in that area here. It actually looks pretty big if you see how many rocks it's lighting up. So it's somewhere behind that one there. You can see how it's getting, the rocks are getting lit up. Oh, come on, one more ton. Come on. Last limpet. You're shitting me, right? 2%. 2%. Fuck. Let's see, there should be something. Something over here. Is it that one? Nah, it's lower. Or is it? Is it that one? In that case, it's not lighting up nearly enough.
Cargo scoop retracted.
Get some speed here. Okay, something here is up ahead. Let's see what we get. It's further ahead. Oh, okay, hello. You look interesting. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Look at that color.
Programming limpet drone. Prospector limpet engaged.
I don't think that can be cracked open. No, it can't.
Prospector limpet expired.
Oh, we got sunlight, guys. Is this light from the other rock?
Programming
Or is this actually... Oh, this has stuff on it as well.
Prospector limpet engaged.
Okay. There we go.
Cargo scoop deployed.
See if I can outrun my own limpet. Oops. No, I can't. Ah, damn it. No, you can't blow up ice rocks.
Cargo scoop retracted.
So which one is it? I think it's the small one right there. Nope, it's that one. Oh, one of these at least. It's that one.
Programming limpet drone. Prospector limpet
Nope, that
engaged.
one's solid as well. Sub-lithium hydroxide. We don't want to go for that now. See what we get here. probably want something that's like a slightly bigger rock, because they tend to have a higher chance, it seems. Now these have no color. Why is it always these small rocks? Oh, no, it wasn't. Oh, hold on. No, it was the small one. That's not gonna have any fissures either, because I think it's too small. Or maybe there's actually some holes in that thing.
Prospector limpet engaged.
No. Those were subsurface ones.
Collector limpet expired.
We have daybreak. What the look at all those. Look at that lighting. That looks awesome.
Programming limpet drone. Prospector limpet engaged.
Nope. Yeah, the light, like the lighting rays here looks amazing as it comes through the asteroid field here. Okay, we have something over here. Again, this little thingy here seems to be the one.
Prospector limpet engaged.
Yes, people ask if the extraction areas will still be in. Yes, they will. Okay, what do we have here? Need something bigger. Again, small one down here. It's always the small ones. Another one up there. Oh, come on. What about this one? Has the size, but I don't think it's light enough.
Prospector limpet engaged.
Nope. We have something over here. Okay, now we have something that's already lighting up red at this kind of distance. And I think... No, oh, I thought it was that one. Oh, okay, it is. Oi. This one could be a good candidate. I think this one is crackable. Let's see.
Prospector limpet engaged.
Yeah, it is, I think. Yeah, here we go. Oh, and it has lithium hydroxide in it. I think. Yeah, not a small amount. Okay. Nice. Time to crack open an asteroid. Okay, we have a seismic charge. Let's see what we got here. First, we want to find a low strength one, like the one we have here. Where is it? Down here. And this is where maneuverability really pays in. Becomes handy. Now we have to squeeze the ship in here between these two rocks. And then we need to fire a high charge into a low strength one. like so, giving us about 3 bars. So we can probably safely go for another low strength one. That's an average, high, low. There we go. It's another low strength one. And I think we can safely go for another. Oh, all the way here at this tip. That's very nice. Another high strength one. See, we're not quite there. So we need a little bit of extra power. So we can find another low strength. There. And then probably fire something like a medium into that would probably be sufficient. So we're gonna go with just medium on this one. Oh, okay. That overdid it. We should have gone with a low. Doesn't matter. This thing should be... we're not gonna get as much material out of it, but... okay, you know what? We're gonna try to get this in third camera mode here.
Detonation in 10 seconds.
Look at the light on the back. This never gets old. That was a lot of fragments there. Okay, now look at the ship temperature here. We're moving into the cloud. That was one of the things I wanted to test. Can you hear it? Can you actually see it on the outside of the ship that is freezing over? No, okay, it doesn't show on the outside. But look there at the top. My windscreen is all frozen. It's basically like heat sinks, yeah. Oh yeah, okay, let's try this. That's actually a good idea. So, silent running.
Offline. Silent running.
Okay, we're gonna try something really stupid here. We're gonna try to generate as much heat as I possibly can, but I don't want to leave the cloud, so I'm gonna gently put my nose against this rock. Like so. And then begin to boost. Come on, generate all the heat. 11%, 13%. Can we make it overheat? 20%, 23, 25. Yeah. Fire the lasers. Oh, that generated some heat. Wow, look at that. Now we're overheating. And disable silent running. Now we can still make it overheat. No, we can't. No, no. Now it's coming back down. What I want to try now is what happens if we fly outside the belt here and just, now that we're outside the cloud, just boost all we can and keep the lasers firing. Can we make it overheat? I don't think we're getting this over 56%. No, it's stuck there. So we could make it overheat when we're inside the cloud. And had silent running on. It's probably an important part to recharge our shields. Okay, let's just quickly go back. Let's hand this in, and then time is it. I have time to go and test the mining cutter, and of course, it's on the opposite side of the planet. Oh, there we go. It's actually quite fun. You could sit inside a cloud like that and have your silent run. You don't really need silent running on. You just sit inside that cloud completely still, and people wouldn't be able to see you before they were right on top of you. So, but again, what is the chance that a random miner comes by and finds you inside a broken up asteroid? Like a true Viper, yeah, exactly. But again, I mean, you can't do this in Rockfield because, of course, they're not as cold. So you would have to wait for people to actually come and, yeah, and say and investigate the broken asteroid or something like that. Sitting and waiting, yeah, exactly. Okay, let's go and cash in all our hard work. This is so dumb. But I would get one hell of a scare if I was flying around and then suddenly someone popped out of a broken asteroid. And I couldn't see him because he was just as cold as the asteroid around him. Exactly. That would be some miners shitting their pants then. That would probably be classified as a full-on brown alert moment. Would be totally worth the wait. We had the NPC. Oh, we can't see it anymore. Can we see it again? Can I get that message up again? Come on. Oh, good. There was this NPC who left the ice ring as we were dropping in, saying that this cluster's a bust. I'm out of here. I can kind of see where he's coming from here. You could wait in the populated. Yeah, that would probably be a good idea. If you could get a hash rest that was inside an ice ring, and you could find a rock and you could blow it up, you could sit there and just wait inside that rock. And then when an unsuspecting player comes by thinking, oh, I'm gonna kill myself some pirates, he wouldn't see it coming, because if you're in a medium ship, your detection range when you're at 1% is, I think, somewhere around 600 or 700 meters, maybe even less. But still, I mean, 600 meters, that's basically he's touching the asteroid at that point. So he probably wouldn't notice you before you were boosting out the asteroid into his face. And you could boost without problem because you wouldn't really overheat. And you wouldn't have to silent run even, so it doesn't matter, you can boost all you want. Oh, by the way, thanks a lot for the subscription on YouTube, Chris. You know what you could? Because you would be, he was outside the rock. He would be and he was in a, probably if he was just to bounty hunt, he would be there in a fairly large ship. He wouldn't be able to see you. He wouldn't be able to target you, but you would be able to shoot at him, I think. As long as you could keep your heat down. So lasers are probably not. Lasers are probably not what you wanted to go for. But if you went for something like a multi-cannon build and just began shooting people from inside an asteroid, that could actually be pretty fun to try. A DBX with reverb cascade and a corrosive multi-cannon. Yeah, well, tough out of luck. Yeah, again, the DBX that handles heat so well will probably be overkill with a DBX. You could probably do it just as fine in something like a Fertilance. Because if you were sitting still inside there, you would be at 1%, no problem. Or hide a ship launch fighters. Yeah. Okay. I don't even want to... Normally I would go and say, okay, now we're going to count up how much money we made, but I don't care. This is not going to be... Patrick, thanks a lot for the subscription on YouTube. Let's see, where's that mission at? 81 tons, nope. Here we go, 69 tons. We're gonna deliver all of it. Complete. Rep is the same, so I'm gonna take the cash.
Incoming message.
Whee, now they like me. I'm gonna give them the cash back, and even more than I did before. Just to get a little bit of standing in case we need it for other tests. See, this is an interesting mission, right? Cobalt. It's something like this that could be interesting, to get Cobalt. Just looking at the other missions, I mean, to be honest, it is the fair test, because we need to be fully allied before this is anything that's worth even considering. I'm just going to take these donation missions here. But the ice mining ones are not worth it. Okay, let's go and abandon that mission. How much hydrogen peroxide do we get? 8 tons. So we're just gonna abandon these missions here. Confirm. Abandon, confirm, and then we're gonna hand in those donation missions. There we go. Okay. Let's quickly here, I'm just gonna go over to the cam, and we're gonna go here and go here, and we're gonna head over and we're gonna give that mining Corvette a quick test flight. We have a little bit of time left, so I should be able to go and just get over here on the live server. You walk on the planet. Wrong game. Yeah. Definitely wrong game. So just gonna give you a very quick rundown of the Corvette. Oh wait, we still have a few jumps before we're back. Let's get back into Elite. There we go. How many jumps are we from Shinra to Desra? Five jumps, 4 jumps. Not that bad. Okay. No, new update is not out, but we've just been playing around in the beta for it. Why is the sound in this? Must have. There we go. Apply that. Oh, it cancelled the. Wonderful. Yeah, exactly as people are saying. The beta is out now for PC, and that's what we've just been testing. Now we are on the live server, and we're just gonna go and give a mining Corvette a quick run. Dunklaw says there's some decent mining missions, also other decent mining missions. Yeah, it should be allied in LP. That could be a place to check. But I think we would have to try to find something like osmium, and then find an osmium hotspot, because then I think we are beginning to look into something interesting. I like that. No Man's Sky says, I'm a big fan of No Man's Sky. I wouldn't have guessed. It's a good game. I did enjoy that for quite a bit, but again, after the, I think it was No Man's Sky Next update, I tried it out, and I did play it, I really enjoyed it, but again, it kind of died a bit on me. It became a little... I don't know, it became a little repetitive at the end, and so we won't need a slot for advanced discovery scanners anymore. Nope, advanced discovery scanners are gonna get a module that exists on all ships, much like the data link scanner. So you can, if you're out exploring, you should actually, when the beta goes live, or when the next patch goes live, you should actually have a spare slot on your ship where you had your advanced discovery scanner before, and you will be refunded for the money you spent buying it. So all your discovery scanners are gonna get refunded. Just Broad Horizons, how to land on a planet. You find a planet in the system map that has like a blue ring around it, and then you fly to it, and then you don't go down too steeply, because if you do that you crash. So take it easy, take it careful, keep it in the blue, and you're home safe. Just cruise down nice and safe. You can't just do a face dive as you do in No Man's Sky and then break at the last second and do a suicide burn. Doesn't work like that. If you do that, you will smash your ship into the planet into a million pieces. Really says, woohoo, getting 10k credits back. Have I turned this down in the audio mixer or something weird like that? I have. Oh, wow, that's loud. And that's a star. Oh, wow, now it's very loud for you guys. Sorry, let me pull that audio a little bit back. Let me know if the audio levels are okay. I just saw it peaking there for a bit. Where do we have... can't even find the station now. James Memorial, there it is. Who was it who mentioned... We were discussing on Sunday. We were discussing names for the Corvette. And someone mentioned the Minesweeper. Who was that? Can you guys remember? Did I encounter the aliens? Yes, and I also killed a substantial number of them already. Yes, exactly. The Minesweeper. For those who've been sticking around on Discord will already know the name of the ship. Okay, so what software do I use for my streaming, video recording / production? Okay, so get a pen. I use OBS Studios for streaming. I use OBS Classic for recording game and camera. Those are two separate recordings, so I'm running two instances of OBS Classic. One recording the game, one recording the raw footage of the camera. Then I'm using Audacity to record the microphone on a third track, so those are three separate files now. And then I use Vegas Movie Studio to edit everything. And I am gonna switch over to Vegas Pro, but problem is the two, even though it's pretty much the same manufacturer, the project files, the two programs, they're not the same. So I need to convert all my project files over to Vegas Pro. No Man's Sky says some tips for noobs. You know what you should do? If you head to my channel, I have a series called Rapid Fire Guides, like rapid, like bunny rapids. That series is focused towards newer players and getting newer players started into the game. It runs, I mean, there's not that many videos yet, but it's more and more stuff is being added. That is focused around like going into one topic and then going through it as briefly as you can. I'll try to keep them short. Some of them are a little bit longer. But there you'll find stuff like how to use your firing groups. What are all the different stuff you see on your display, your heads-up display here right in front of you. How do you... I can't remember what I've done. How do you dock, maybe? Stuff like that. So basically that is tailored towards newer players to get started into the game. That was the whole idea with that series. OBS Studios, yeah, OBS has two versions. They have Classic and Studio. How to get the spoiler at the right angle. Have I ever tried the Lenovo Explorer VR? No, I didn't even know that existed, but it could be interesting.
Pay attention, Commander. Ship-to-ship collisions will not be tolerated.
Ship-to-ship? I didn't touch anything.
No visual on landing gear.
This guy is... station guy is really... Oh, not outfittings. Shipyard. Okay, where do we have it? Oh, here we go. The Minesweeper. Oh, we didn't like that. Oh, there we go. What will they bring in the new update? They will do a complete rework of the exploration system, mining systems, a lot of new stuff added there. They've done a ton with visuals. There's new clouds you can find. There's a codex with like a knowledge base where you can share information between commanders. General lighting has been improved. 2 new ships are being added into the game as well. Squadrons, so we can now begin to bunch up into basically like a clan or guild or something like that. All that stuff is being added. Alright, that's another point. If you're a new player, if you come across that video I did, like the recap of the 24-hour live stream, where I basically went from brand new commander and a sidewinder to flying a 70+ light-year engineered Anaconda in 24 hours, I would not recommend following that. Basically because you're gonna basically skip the whole game. And I would probably recommend that. I mean, you can learn a lot from it, but following it to the letter is probably not the best gaming experience you're gonna have. Anyway, here we have it. The Minesweeper. Look at that beauty. And I put a little, like, ram head on it here, so we can ram into stuff. Oh, and then removing board flipping, yeah. Oh, hello, Henrik. Just joined in on Twitch. So yeah, here we have it. Let's just quickly run over the build. So we have to go back into the hangar again. Gold-plated miner. Oh yeah. Do I have an insurance for my ship? Yeah. It's okay. I don't know what my rebuy is on this one. I built it basically on Sunday. We'll check the rebuy. We're gonna have to look at the stats on it. So here we have it. Let's start from the top. You can see I have 3 open slots here with nothing in it. That's to make room for the blaster's gonna go down here on the bottom in the large hardpoint. Even though it's a small weapon, doesn't matter. We're gonna put it in down here as well. And then here on the side, we're gonna have the drill missile thingy and the seismic launcher. In the 2 small hardpoints out here, all the way at the tip, I have my mining lances, 2 mining lances. And then on the top, we have 2 huge gimbaled beam lasers. And these are engineered with overcharged and regeneration sequence. That means if we're flying in a fleet, and I have a chance, I mean, those will heal people, and they will heal people a lot. So they are going to be very, very interesting, and they can also do a decent amount of damage, so they should be able to pull people's pirate ships apart. Okay, moving on to utilities. Not a whole lot here. We have a point defense down here right next to our cargo hatch to get rid of pirate limpets. We have an open slot for the pulse wave scanner, which we're gonna have once the new patch is there. And for the rest of this, I'm gonna make a ship build guide if this thing turns out to be anything good. It's basically, I think we have 2 thermal resistance with thermal block, if I recall correctly. Thermal resistant, thermal block, yeah. And then we probably have 2 of those, I think, is resistant augmented with supercapacitor. So this one, and these 2 are heavy duty and supercapacitor as well. Okay, let's move on to the core internals. No armor here. I haven't engineered it. I could engineer it, but I don't know how needed that's going to be. Power plant here is overcharged and thermal spread. Thrusters, drag drive, dirty drive drag drives, long range, mass management, lightweight life support, full on charge and recharge and power distributors. Sensors are also lightweighted. D-rated sensors and life support, of course. So, I mean, 7.5 minutes of oxygen should be enough. D-rated sensors should also be plenty. For the optional internals, we have from the top, we have 3 Class 7 cargo racks, giving us a lot of cargo, more than we're going to need. A prismatic shield generator with reinforced high cap, so give us all the hit points. A Guardian FSD drive, 2 5A collector limpet controllers, giving us a total of 6 limpets. 6 collector limpets, I should say. And this is lightweighted. We have our refinery, which is very important when we're mining. We have a 3A prospecting limpet controller, also modified with lightweight, giving us 2 prospectors at the same time. We have a we have a detailed surface scanner, so we can find those juicy hotspots. And for the 2 military compartments, we have Guardian shield reinforcement packs to give us even more shield. Plenty of power left to fit the new modules. And that is about it. Let's have a look at the stats here. Rebuy is 20 million, so don't lose it. 3 3,500 shield hit points, decent resistance across the board, and that's 666 armor on the Corvette. So yeah, that's the build. So guess there's only one thing to do. That is to find Delcar. That's a lot of mining to earn that rebuy. It is a lot of mining to earn the rebuy. Limpets? Oh, great. Okay, here's a little trick. When you forget stuff you already undocked, head back to the menu, log back into solo, and you'll be put back on the landing pad. There you go. Look at that. That's all the cargo hold. We're not going to be gone for that long. We're just going to take 100. Good. My goal is Elite Dangerous. To win. Get out of the way. Ah. I mean, it's definitely not a Python. That's for sure. But there's no cutter either. Okay, goal in Elite Dangerous. Right now, to figure out how to make mining profitable. And if you ask me again in a month, it's probably going to be something else. A good joypad for Elite Dangerous. Oh. I would use a HOTAS, but... yeah, buy all the 3 big ships, get them fully engineered and kitted out. There you go. We're now busy for the next year. Oh, have I set up the fire groups on this one? No, I haven't. Okay, let's do that while we are flying out there. Just slow us down a bit so we don't overshoot. Keyboard mouse master race. Okay, so let's think here. What do we need? We need a group that has a... let's go... beam lasers and prospector and secondary. Then we're gonna have a group that just has limpets and the prospector, and then a group that just goes pew pew pew. Okay, full throttle. Never gets old, does it? With a gold cutter. Or gold Corvette. Yeah, that's my problem with Beluga. That's the defense. I kind of want to see if we can get into... you know what? Is there a rest site? Oh, there is. Delcar 7 hazardous resource extraction site. I know this is the live server and I probably shouldn't be throwing away 20 million if that's what's gonna happen. But if I do, it's okay. It's gonna be entertaining. We're gonna go for the hash rest site. Exactly, so I got plenty of credits, yeah. I think I can afford a 20 million rebuy. Good ship for exploration. I would say Diamondback, Asp Explorer, or Anaconda. Depending on what size you like. Exactly. Just because you can afford it doesn't mean you want to throw away 20 million credits. I mean, 20 million credits is still 20 million credits. I mean, it's still gonna take 15 minutes to make again. First world problem. The planets are procedurally generated? Yep. Okay, hold on. Let's try this. Just for fun. Should we try and kill a python? He's definitely up to no good. Okay, he was actually cleaned. That's a mining python, I think. Definitely fragments around him, so he's probably clean too. Oh, what do we have here? A Diamondback Scout. If he... He's clean too. Come on. Okay, Federal Gunship. Oh, someone's scanning me. Max deal good.
Scan detected.
Ramming speed.
Target shields off.
There we go. Shields are down. Should we ram him to death?
Scan detected.
He's still trying to scan me.
Scan detected. Target shields online.
The ramming nose cone definitely works.
Scan detected.
Okay, expert Anaconda. This is gonna be interesting. I probably have to drop his shields before I begin to engage him. But I think he managed to complete his scan. Okay, let's just kill him. I'll have to keep a lot of pips to my shields here. His shields are down. Oh, those lasers are thirsty. Oh, missed him. Okay, let's get some pips back to our weapons. Recharge our engine capacitor. Pips to weapons. Keep them firing. Keep them firing. We're out of capacitor again. Wow, they run out of capacitor quickly. But they hit like a truck. Boop. Okay. Okay, enough. We're not here to do bounty hunting. We're here to mine. I think it's safe to say that this thing is gonna be able to hold its own against whatever pirates have to throw at us. PvP, maybe not. I mean, the lasers do drain a little quickly, maybe. So I am considering if I should change that over from overcharged to efficient, just to get a little bit extra out of the lasers so I can fire them for longer. But again, on most ships, they would probably drop the ship so quickly anyway. You know what? Can we try a smaller ship just before we go? Begin mining. Something like a Imperial Courier. I know he's elite. That could be fun. He's wounded. Just gonna attack him here. And then wait for him to come in close. See how quickly we can drop him. There we go, he's within a kilometer. Oh, he's shield boosting. Oh, when I overheated. Oh, look at that hull damage. Okay. Pirate test-wise, I would probably consider changing those lasers over for efficient rather than overcharged, just because we're running out of juice a little quick, I think. And we definitely have enough damage here. So, I think we need to begin prospecting here. Let's just take this rock right here. That's a nice rock. Did it miss? How did it miss the rock? It was right in front of it.
Prospector limpet engaged.
Bah, nothing there we want.
Programming limpet drone. Prospector limpet failed. Programming limpet drone.
Weapon enhanced distributor. Charge enhanced.
Prospector limpet engaged.
Oh, we have lots of osmium there. Could mine that osmium.
Prospector limpet engaged.
Well, let's mine ourselves some osmium. It doesn't actually matter what we are mining.
Programming limpet drone. Programming limpet drone. Cargo skill deployed. Programming limpet drone. Scan detected.
Maneuverability-wise, I'm actually kind of liking this. Yeah, definitely could consider going with the weapon focused as well, just to give it even more time. I would have to try and do some calculations to see how quickly I can drain it. But this is why we do flight testing, right? I mean, we want to figure out if we can do anything to improve the ship, and now we just figure out that we need to do something with the capacitor for the beam lasers, because they're way too hungry. The mining lasers look so far away. They're all the way out there at the tip of the ship. God, there's a lot of fragments in this rock. I forgot when you go to rest sites. No, this is not beta, this is live server. We're just testing out the mining cutter, the mining Corvette right now. Oh, wow, it's already late. once we're done with this rock, I just want to have a look at the approach corridor for the cargo hatch. And once we've done that, I'll do a little bit of maneuver testing. And then we can head back.
Asteroid depleted.
Okay. So what you can see here, even though the rocks are right there, right? I could actually move forward a little bit. You can see the limpets still go down quite far in order to go into this approach corridor. So yeah. But it's not, I mean, that's what you get from using a large ship. You get that long approach corridor, and there's nothing you really can do about it. And it is going to slow down the limpets a bit, but overall, I think it's okay. I mean, they almost managed to keep up with my mining here, and in theory, we would now be spending, while they were doing the last collecting, I would be sitting and I would be prospecting rocks around me, right? So I would sit and say, oh, I want to prospect that rock there, and I want to prospect some other rocks. There we go.
Under attack.
Ah, really?
Thermal attack. Gaining heat. Warning. Temperature critical. Prospector limpet engaged. Cargo scoop retracted. Target shields offline.
I think we're getting some help from the feds now. But I'm really liking the damage. The main problem is just that capacitor. I mean, look how fast it's recharging. We could definitely use... Oh, hold on. It's too far away now. Is he running? Come on. Come on back. What's that other annoying little thing? It's an eagle. Just drop ourselves an eagle. 1%. Boop. There we go. He's gone.
Target destroyed.
Let's find cannons. And drop yourself a clipper. There we go. Clippers are good at running. Oh yeah, no Fetsum in the Hashworth site. That's true. But this is definitely capable of handling an Hashworth site. No problem. Oh, we do actually have some here who are clean. There's another mining python there. Try land prospecting. That's a good point. We should do a little bit of maneuver testing. That was the next thing we wanted to do. So, for land prospecting, we're gonna go all pips to engine. And we're gonna use our side raised thrust here as we come past the rock. And then we got a minor fragment. Wait for it to pop up. Pure sulfur, so it doesn't really matter. Do that the next rock here.
Collector limpet expired.
Yeah, I know. We got indite in that rock. Gonna try that one there.
Collector limpet expired.
I think maneuverability, I mean, we could do land prospecting, no problem at all. And, Sequoium, okay. I know that we're probably missing a lot of stuff here, but that's the whole point here. Just prospect one rock after the other until you find something that's decent. Indite. Osmium. So here we got some osmium. So now we can go and prospect that rock because that looks like it has a decent amount of osmium.
Prospector limpet engaged.
And indeed it does, so new set of collectors out.
Programming limpet drone. Programming limpet drone. Programming limpet drone.
And we can mine that rock. Okay, so definitely maneuverability is not going to be an issue. It was fairly easy to do land prospecting with it, and even though I was trying to skipping on top of the belt rather than inside the belt, it's a little bit easier, especially in the bigger ship, if you go on top and then prospect down on the rocks. But no, we're not going to mine this rock, but let's try to do it inside the belt instead. I'm going to dive in a little bit here. We're nice inside the ring, and then we're going to try to do some. Whee! So we have enough maneuverability that we can actually do like avoidance maneuvers here. If we actually run around with a cargo hold open, it's probably a more realistic scenario here. Indite. Come on. There we go. Phosphorus.
Collector limpet expired.
And it's actually a lot nicer to do land prospecting in this than it is the cutter. Not only because this is 11%, not only because this is a lot more maneuverable, but also because the placement. Oh, palladium. So I would probably mine that, but we're just gonna keep prospecting here, just to get a feeling for the ship.
Expired.
More osmium. Okay. So my point is here, if we were flying the cutter right now, we would have the lasers sitting out here where the camera is right now. That means that they would have to travel the full length of the ship before they would get to the rock, giving you a shorter, effective range. But because our mining lasers are situated out here, right at the front, you pretty much have the full range of the lasers, the full 2 kilometers. Anyway.
Cargo scoop retracted.
I think that's gonna be it for today. Switch over here. There we go. More mining testing. Mining missions. I don't know if that was a conclusive test. I would definitely think we would have to do a test where we would get some of the higher paying ones for osmium. I saw some missions there for like 2.5 million for around 100 osmium, which I feel like we could get in an acceptable amount of time if we headed into an osmium hotspot. I think we could get that osmium pretty quickly. Maybe not in an hour, but hour and a half, and then dependent on how many of all the other materials we will find. Still not sure though. I mean, the best of course would be to get painite missions. Haven't seen a lot of those around. So anyway, I'm still not sure if mining missions is the way to go. I mean, you get more for your materials, sure, but with the new hotspots, I'm not sure. Simply because you could go for a. I mean, the question is it faster to mine in an osmium hotspot and then go for the missions than it is to go and just go straight up mining in a painite hotspot? Personally, I think it's faster just to go for the painite hotspot, but that will have to be tested at a later point. yeah, again, tomorrow we have the two new ships coming out. We have the Crate Phantom, we have the Mamba, and of course I will be trying to see if I can get a live stream going so we can test some of those ships out, see what they are, give them a little bit of a test flight. Probably try to do a Crate Phantom exploration build. Could be pretty interesting because it seems like it could potentially be a challenger. Be a challenger to the Asp Explorer for the medium exploration ship. So we'll have to see about that. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get the live stream going tomorrow. I will have to wait and see about that. But if not tomorrow, then it will probably be sometime later this week. So stay tuned for the channel for that. Yeah. And remember, guys, if you want, you're more than welcome to join Discord. I host events over there. This is where I announce whenever I do open live streams, where I invite you guys to come along with me, and we often do something silly, like sometimes we'll do, maybe we've done like races, like SRV races. We've done like 15 sidewinders go into a hash-rate site and kill anacondas, which is a ton of fun. Stuff like that. And I will announce when those kind of streams come up and post that on Discord. So if you want to take part in events like that, remember to come over on Discord. I'll probably be hanging out over there just a little bit after the stream, so come over and say hi if you want to. If you are on Twitch, remember to go down and follow my Twitch channel over there. If you are on YouTube, you can go and click subscribe. That would mean a lot to me. Also, give the stream a like. And finally, before we end, I need to say a big thank you to all you guys supporting me on Patreon. And if you want to support, there are links for that in the description below. All money raised through donations and Patreon go directly into equipment and software that somehow directly influence the quality of the videos and live streams that you watch. So yeah. Thanks a lot for tonight, guys. I hope you enjoyed the stream. And until next time, I'll see you guys in space.